Good morning, Europe. Good evening, America. And hello, anyone in between. This is Don Chap for you. I have been live for the second day today. Last night was quite an evening trying to create our first character. I had a bit of problem with pronunciation here and there. However, today I am looking to get over it. Once again, for those of you who are watching for the first time, this is basically creating characters for The Witcher. I'm gonna go over a few things this morning um, that I missed out last night. Some basic things that you can find from the core rulebook. So, as you can see on screen at the moment, we do have the core rulebook open. Um, and what I wanted to get at is that, because I know someone asked me last night, hey, like, so how would you know you're creating the right Yennefer or the right Geralt or the right Dandelion for that matter? You know, actually, the book does contain the iconic characters. So you have the stats for Geralt of Rivia, you have the stats for Yennefer of Vengerberg, Dandelion himself, Zoltan even from the games, Triss Merigold, Vernon Roach, Ivreth. I think I actually named my character this guy yesterday by mistake. There's quite a lot of similarities, to be honest. The eye patch thing and all that. So that was kind of weird. Leto. So these are the main characters in the core rulebook, which you just pick up and play. Discretion, if the game master does allow you to play this, these guys are pretty much maxed out. Um, they're of the hero level, so to speak. They do have the stats for a hero level, so that is something you might want to consideration. If you do happen to buy the other books or get them in any other means, Dandelion in specific here is what we would see as a traditional bard, or at least what would be the exact annotation of what his character would be like. However, if we move over to Book of Tales, which is basically from Dandelion's perspective of telling tales, Dandelion, I love they put this in this book. Um, Dandelion went ahead and updated his character sheet that he can be seen as the hero. Dandelion, Slayer of Dragons and Ladies. So, um, this is quite a buffed character. I'm not sure if it stays. Let's see. So, I'm not even sure if it stays within the realms of the bard. But most of his stats are like really maxed out here. And his depiction it's come to my attention that the previous books on the subject contain within them an correct estimate of my abilities. I have provided an accurate measurement on the following page to correct any confusion down the line. So yeah, this is what we have as an NPC version of Dandelion. Really and truly, all you got to do is switch out the skill-based sets and all the rest with his current skill sets. Um, Whoops, wrong books. There we go. So, I mean, he's really buffed himself. I mean, even the reflex from reflex 4 went up to 15, which is crazy. And I don't think this is actually bard stuff anymore because the fact that it's over, um, I think the fact that it's over 10 means that he must have some kind of modifier to him. Because between intelligence to luck, those usually max out at 10, if I'm not mistaken. Um, by the way, because it's been pointed out to me, if you do use the skill base set that he has here, don't do the same mistake that I did once. And that is that you see how you have like 21, 17. These are really maxed out. It can't be higher than 20 at any given time. So, what this usually means is that the base of that skill, the base number, and the his intelligence reference and all that have already been added up. And in fact, if you open up the free book that is there, you have the pre-made characters. The stuff that's in the pre-made characters are already buffed up with both skill and their reference together. Because I tried running a session. It's the complication is more like when you try to translate these things into Roll20, which does support the Witcher system. You start realizing that they become super OP against the standards monsters or whatever. I mean, a novice Witcher was having the easiest times with a drowner. And I don't mean just one, I mean, I had around 8 drowners, if not more, attack the party, and the Witcher base character was just slashing through simply because he had the wrong stats inputted. Hey, yes. So base is basically combined stat and skill. In this case, yes. However, when creating a character sheet, you don't do that, I think, unless you kind of want to shorten the situation out, take a shortcut from adding stuff. That is usually the case, as far as I'm aware, at least. It doesn't, and I don't think anywhere in the core rulebook it actually mentions that. Anyway, so we're gonna get into character creation. So yesterday we created ourselves an elf man at arms, and it was all random. Today I'm gonna go ahead and do something different. So today, I'm gonna be grabbing the races from the core rulebook. I'm gonna include the race from Lords and Lands, and I'm also gonna include the races. Where is it? New races. There it is. So if you have Book of Tales, there's gnomes, Rant, and Werebbubs. These are so cute. I swear, if I had to run a session, I just want to be a Werebbub. So we're going to include these today as part of our role. Tome of Chaos did not come out with any new races from what I'm made aware of. However, they did include new people of interest. So basically, the major set of mages that are known within either the book, and so forth. Sorry, I'm just receiving messages and I'm just seeing. All right. Should we just go ahead and make a Werebbub? You know what? Let's do that. Let's do it for funsies. Alrighty. So, where's my Photoshop? There we go. So, race. Immediately we go with that. Werebbubs. Let's do it. I don't know. Never actually encountered one of these in The Witcher. So these creatures are less humanoid elder races to be nearly destroyed by the landing of the Exiles many centuries ago. Much like their vran counterparts, Werebbubs live in the lowland valleys and mountain foothills of the continent. So what do we get as perks? So we have Lionhearted. Werebbubs are not the largest race on the continent, but they are among the bravest. Their culture values heroism, and young Werebbubs hear tales of ancient ancestral heroes. Werebbubs gain and inherit +1 to courage. So let's just go ahead and put that into my is it profession? No. Is it? It's perks. Right. So Lionhearted, right there. Let's have some fun with this. So immediately we get a +1 into our courage. So now courage is something I think in courage. Is it empathy? No. Trying to find it. Crafting skills, will skills, yes. So we just leave a note that there's a +1 in there. That's the way I like to do it, at least. Okay, so strange physiology is our next perk. This guy has 4 perks. That's pretty decent for a Werebbub. I guess it needs to compensate. Yeah, courage as well. Sorry. Yeah, I didn't see the chat there. So Werebbub's body and metabolism works in a manner entirely alien to humans and most other elder races. When grievously wounded, some aspects of the Werebbub's physiology goes into high gear, often allowing them to survive wounds that would quickly kill any other person. Whenever a Werebbub takes a critical wound, they can roll an endurance check with a DC equal to the DC required to stabilize a critical wound. If they succeed, the critical wound is immediately considered stabilized. Players may only make this roll in the moment that the Werebbub takes the wound and cannot be attempted again in the case of a failure. That is pretty good. I mean, if you ask me, thinking about this and putting him into like Man of Arms as a class, these guys can make easy barbarians down the line, like going down the skill tree, the middle path. I think no, it's not the middle path. It's actually the red one. Anyways, so yeah. Oh, I already put in that one. So yeah, that is very powerful. I have to agree. That is like crazy powerful. Barbarian stuff. I mean, I think Man of Arms would be the right fitting with this perk. But the way I like to do it is anything else comes pretty much random. So Razor Teeth, tanky little creatures, yes, very much. Which is really cute because the Lionhearted, I can see it like a bardly thing, you know, the bravery and the whole story of culture, and then you have this side of him, which is like die. So, well, more like I will survive. Razor Teeth, while Werebbub don't possess the powerful jaws and venomous fangs of a vran, their teeth are razor sharp and honed to the fine edge. A Werebbub can make a melee attack with their fangs and deals 2d6 damage and has improved armor piercing. Did you catch that? 2c. Naturally, this guy can. I'm really curious because there's like no a negative situation because of his stature. That he takes negative penalties to like his punch and kick, right? Because once we get into that, his punch and kick is going to be an average to a human being, I'm guessing, right? Or anyone in the normal. I mean, seeing these guys, they look like cute little furry creatures, you know? I mean, there isn't much to say about their height and stuff, right? No, not much. So yeah, this guy can pretty much cut through your armor just with his teeth. Improved armor piercing. To find those things just in the game is just like, oh my god, this guy just comes around and is born naturally with that. All right, so let's go ahead and put that in. Oh, come on, I copied the wrong thing. And this is where most of my time is wasted. There. Poor eyesight. Okay. In general, Werebbubs suffer from the poor eyesight. While their keen hearing allows them to navigate the world without any significant problems, they are far from the most perceptive races in the continent. Werebbubs take an inherited -4 awareness checks thanks to the poor vision. If a werebub is called on to make a perception check based only on hearing, such as hearing footsteps upstairs or listening for growling wolves, this penalty does not apply. I would like to make a perception check on my surroundings, see what's going on. Oh no, I get a -4. So, that's great. Now, usually I would put in the modifier straight into the relevant awareness check, which is here, and I would say -4. And I'm gonna do that anyway. Oh yeah, pretty much. I mean, it comes to the point where I think even to aim to attack is going to be a problem. Like, where are you? Say something. Okay, you're there. Just like, all right. That is an interesting concept. Right there, a werebub. Now, once again, we go to the core rulebook, and we have our create your own character, and we need my life path now. So life paths is when it comes to creatures that are non-human, immediately you go straight into the Elderlands, and then you, according to your race, you choose your life path. Now the thing is this, which is really weird, because I think the fact that the what is it? Lion-hearted, I think, already gives you the buff relevant to this. And we just move on to our family. So let's see. Let's roll. Odd or even? We roll a d10. Let's check it out. So, 6, that's an even. At least some of your family is still alive. Go to parents and roll again. 1, odds. Something happened to your parents. Go to the parental fate. This is what happened to me yesterday. This is not fun. All right, let's roll. I think let's see who is going to affect first, whether which parents. So both. Wow, that did not happen yesterday. I had a father situation and a mother situation, but both. And this is going to be hard to swallow. 7. Did I get a 7 yesterday too? No. Okay. 1 or more of your parents were cursed. You can decide what curse it is from the game master, or the game master can decide. Okay, let's just copy that into my character sheet's early life. I'm just gonna throw it in there for now. Sorry, it's a mess. I'll fix it later. Or should I fix it now? Nah, it's bugging me. It's like, not that I suffer from OCD or anything, but having things a bit like organize helps me see things for what they truly are. Alright, there we go. That looks decent. Okay, family status. Let's go ahead and roll for that now, shall we? 5. You grew up singing songs and performing plays. You worked backstage to help write songs and fix instruments. You get 1 instrument and 1 friend in your starting gear. How do you get 1 friend in a starting gear? This is starting to call towards more the bard. It's starting... I love the way it just kind of fits in together naturally because of the lion-heartedness, you know, with the tales and all that. So probably my parents were just traveling... when my family was pretty much traveling with these performers. I learned a skill or 2. So I'm just gonna grab 1 gear. What is it? 1 friend. No, the spells won't be needing that anytime soon. Let's just go ahead and put in 1 instrument and 1 friend. That's literally what it says. I'm just gonna put it like that. I have no idea. Can I? I want to. I really do, but seeing the size of me, how is that gonna work? I'm a little creature. Alright, let's see what this friend is all about. I have an influential friend. 8. A criminal. My friend is a criminal. Your greatest influence was a criminal who taught you to follow your own rules. I also get a mask. Alright, let's go straight into my early life and fix that. Starting to feel like I'm a gypsy of sorts, you know? And I get a mask. Into my gear. Next, so we get a sentimental item, I guess, from this guy, which is the mask. Siblings. Now, I'm not sure how siblings work for these guys, the Werebbubs. I'm gonna treat it like an elf situation where they usually, you know, breed more. So we just roll and hope for the best. So 3. On a 3 and an 8, you are the only child. I have no siblings. So I'm gonna skip that. Your life events. After you figured out how you grew up, you found your niche. You get to find about what happened to you over the course of your life. You could get distinctly lucky and have all sorts of friends, boons, and skill improvements, but you could also get struck by disaster. It's a toss-up of the coin, just like most people's lives. For every full 10 years you've been alive, roll a d20 on the table below to determine the most important event of the decade. So this is something that I didn't do yesterday. If you watched the video yesterday, I'm gonna assume that you didn't. So what happened was that I just rolled it for 1 time only, and that pretty much summed up my life. That I was pretty much into whores and so forth. I'm gonna do something different today. Today we're gonna define the age of my character from now and then move on from that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll 2 d10s and I'm gonna treat this as a 69. So let's see. So what I'm referring to is if you go back to this part of the character, every decade. So I lived up to 69, which I'm on the borderline of 70, and I'm gonna find out what happened in each event. So up until I was 10, 20, 30. For me, the way it makes sense is that the first 10 years of my life, you know, seeing that 10 is so young, would be your early life. Because this can get pretty dark pretty fast. Um, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say that this is early life, just to make it realistic. I know, right? It's pretty cool. It gives you your own backstory in a narrative way that kind of gives you an idea of the experience of what your character has been through. Um, this is really good for like people who don't know how to write character backstories. Um, this kind of does the job for you. So let's go ahead and roll that dice. So I'm gonna remove one of them. So in my 20s, 7, I found allies and enemies. Let's go to the allies and enemies table. Okay, did I just make like both? Let's have a read. Enemies are inevitable. You're going to make them, especially in the world like this. They can really shape your character, especially if you weren't the offended party. Allies, on the other hand, are absolutely indispensable. A good friend can save your life to make things easier. Roll a d10 on an even, you make an ally. On an odd, you make an enemy. Okay. So we roll again. That's an even. Even gives me an ally. So let's see if it's the same friend that we made earlier. Let's have a look. So my ally is male, a duke or a duchess. No, so it's a duke. And met in a tavern. So I think I want to start writing that down so I won't forget. Met duke in tavern. This is not gonna go as planned, is it? Something's telling me. How close are you? We are acquaintances. So let's change that to maid acquaintance. And my morning brain does not want to remember how to spell that, so I'm just going to go ahead and copy it. Made acquaintances with a duke in a tavern. And which region are they? Or where are they actually? 9 means they're in the Elderlands. That makes super sense, seeing that I'm from the Elderlands too. So back in the Elderlands. Cool. So I just made my first situation. This wouldn't have been bad in my first decade, but as I said, I think my early life makes the first decades as it is. So we go back to the top to life events and we see what happened next. So what happened in my 30s? 7, I also made another possible ally or enemy. I just go move down here. We roll odd or even. Oh, it's an odd one. I made an enemy. We go down to the enemies table. Ugh. So the enemy is a female. Hell have no fury like a woman's scorn. Right. 4. Childhood enemy. Interesting. Assaulted the offended party. Huh. So, how are we gonna word this? Met childhood friend. She was yes, she was. And I'm just gonna put in. Why did you not copy the text, PC? She was, and I'm gonna just put in brackets assaulted party. The offended party. Alright, so who was wronged? Okay, so this is gonna see who gave who the grudge, I guess. So on an even, you were the one who was wrong. On the odd, you wronged someone else. So even, I was the one who was wronged. I was the offended party. She insulted me, the fair little dude. All right. So the roll below to see how powerful your enemy is and where their power is focused. All right. So 8. So their power is 8. I'm not sure what that means. So let's write there, power 8. And, oh, where's my dice? There it goes. So, power 8, how far has it escalated? A 9? I'm out for blood. Let's put that. I'm out for blood. Let's have a look. Let's roll. What is their power? 5. Oh, they're physical. I have no idea. I mean, like, I don't even know if this person's like human, elf. You know what? Actually, coming to think of it, we can put this together. And I'll tell you how. So she was power 8. I'm out for blunt. She is physical. As bad as that can get in innuendos. All right, so here's what I'm thinking, right? So let's take our first early life. My parents were cursed, and whatever the curse is was cast by this childhood friend. She took one of our disputes as children a bit too far. She got, you know how kids are sometimes. It's just like this one-way street of like if you fight, then you're totally bad. You're all bad, or if you're good terms, you're like all good. It was that mentality. I was all, I was all bad apparently for this person, to the point that she found someone and laid a curse on my family. And my parents died. And that's why I grew up singing song and performing, because I didn't have a family, right? But I know deep down inside, this is a grudge. This is just like, she keeps saying that we were just children. And I was like, you took it too far, you know? This is way too far, you know? I'll never forgive you for this. This is why I'm an orphan. What do you think? What are you thinking? How does that, yeah, I'm out for blood. If she crosses my path, I will kill her. Yes, that is the situation here. I'm matching my early life, and combining it. So, so yes, at this point at 30, we crossed paths somewhere and we had this talk, you know. I don't know if she wanted to reconcile or not, but that's how I feel about it. In my 40s, let's have a look what's going on in my 40s. And we roll again. Now, this time we have a fortune or misfortune, of something different. Fortune, excuse me. So, fortune is on an even, misfortune is on an odd. Let's have a look. Odd, misfortune. Oh, good lord. What happened? 9. I had a mental or physical incapacitation. Roll a d10. I got a 4. You suffer from anxiety attacks and you make stun saves every 5 rounds in times of stress. What the hell did I just go through? Why would my character go through that? Okay, that requires some more information, some more filling in, for sure. What would cause that? Anxiety attacks. You know what? Simple-minded here, but bear with me. The way I would see it is I'm so out for blood to look for my childhood, you know, friend who I was assaulted by, that I'm out for blood for, that probably I've grown so anxious to find her that yes, it's not the stress of the negative aspect in a way that it kind of causes fear or it just I get these immediate like palpitations every time like someone remotely resembles her or I'm a very stressful situation where it's just like I hyperventilate and it's you know this you see the road to vengeance is not the right path sometimes. That's the way I see it. And yes, I will definitely play this character for sure. All right, what happened in my 50s? Whoa, too far. My 50s. I have another fortune or misfortune. Let's have a look. And this time it's a fortune. Please counteract my fucking situation. Like, find a cure. 10. I was knighted. Wow, I was knighted. You were knighted for valor in a random kingdom. The kingdom, you gain +2 reputation and recognize you as a knight. Wow, I must have really done something pretty awesome. Pretty valor. What kingdom would I say that was? I guess we can fill it out in the end. If I forget, please remind me. Yeah, apparently I did so well in court that I get knighted about it. Like my acts of valor really paid true. All right, so one last one. My 60s is another fortune misfortune. It's a misfortune this time. No love thingy. False accusation. Let's have a look. So we roll another D10. False accusation. At a 10, it's illegal witchcraft. Something's funky with my dude. How did he get involved in witchcraft? So false accusation. It's witchcraft. I'm gonna put that in parentheses. You know what? I think I know what it is. This is the way I'm going down. My life so far has been nothing but a roller coaster of situations. And whatever the curse is, and I will look into the curse to make this make sense, has been passed on to me too. The only difference is my parents were too old to handle it, and it kind of took their life in this situation. That's why they're no longer around. I was too young. It didn't affect me as bad. I could cope with it. Probably actually in my 40s, I was suffering anxieties because of the repercussion of the curse more than, now it's starting to make more sense, more than my childhood situation with my friend. Um, so there's this curse story going on. So what I did in my 60s, saying that my time has been shortened now, I've not been knighted. Um, Being knighted gives me reputation benefits. So I start asking around to try to find a way to lift the curse. By the way, lifting curses is much harder than lifting hexes. That is something that is in the rule book. So the way I see it is I was looking for it. I tried to do whatever this mage or this priest told me to do. However, for some reason, I guess we'll have to see how this is going to play out, but I was accused of witchcraft because I tried to remove my own curse. He must have given me the wrong thing, must have blackmailed me into a situation, set me up more than blackmailed me, actually. Sorry, wrong terminology there. So I'm guessing that's what really went down here. Now, we have a personality style, values, and examples of name. So what I will do is, pardon me. So what I like to do is I like to roll all the dice to get the full picture, right? And we're gonna be going for clothing first. That's a 1. So I wear a uniform, that kind of makes sense. Personality is I am idealistic. I got this yesterday. Hairstyle, I have shaven sides. Apparently, I shave my fur. It gives me a distinct look, I can imagine that. And my affection are my trophies. Yes, I would say that is completely true. So let's go for filling those in really quickly. This character's got something, huh? This character's got something. So we said 4, idealistic. Sorry if the keyboard sounds too loud, by the way. What else did I get? I got shaven sides. Okay. Actually, I think when it's a hairstyle, so I'm guessing I have some kind of like, I don't know. I look like a freaking hamster if you think about it. So shaving the sides would look kind of weird, but I don't know. I'm overthinking this too much, perhaps. All right, valued person. So let's remove those d10s right there and roll again. So the valued person, the value, my values, and feeling on people. So valued person is a sibling. That doesn't seem right to me. I would re-roll that. But let's stick with the rest. So the 9 is my value survival. That makes sense because I'm trying to survive my damn curse. Is that making sense to you? What else did I get? And then I am everyone deserves to die. Wow, my outlook in life. I guess I can see it. Like, I, I'm one of those people that probably, I'm one of those creatures that probably um, victimizes themselves in every situation. So this is kind of my mentality now. Like, I'm the victim, you're you all should die. I'm going. Whoa, that was not supposed to happen. So I'm gonna just re-roll on my valued person because I don't have siblings, apparently. Two. What does two give me? Two is once again a sibling. This thing is persistent on giving me a sibling when I have none. Trying to see how I can make this work. Best out of 5. Let's do it. So that's 2 twos, a 10, and a 6. What does a 10 and a 6 give me? A 10 is a no one, and a 6 is a pet. All right. Skull Hunter, which I know who you are now. It just dawned on me. I'm so sorry, dude. What do you think? I'm gonna go with either no one. Something strong says no one to me. Or a pet. I don't do well with pets. Choose no one, yes. I care for nobody. Everyone deserves to die. I mean, that's what my feelings are. No one. Right there. This flashes out my character's character. Now, the fun part begins. My profession. Profession. We have bard, craftsman, criminal, doctor, mage, man-at-arms, merchant, and priest, and witcher. Now, the witcher, you can't really choose it unless you chose the witcher race, which I didn't, so we're going to stick with bard, craftsman, criminal, doctor, mage, man-at-arms, merchant, and priest. Should I leave anyone out? Should I leave any of the classes out? That is my question. Or should I just go ahead and use all of them, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and roll a d8 to see what I'm going to be. What has my life turned me into? I'm just waiting for my dearest friend. Maybe ignore the mage stuff. So magic users, we have 2, which is mage and priest, which is 8 minus 2, that's 6. So we're going to roll a d6, and in consecutive order, bard being 1, craftsman being 2, criminal being 3, doctor being 4, man-at-arms being 5, and merchant being 6. Ready for the roll? And roll a d6. 2. I am a craftsman. Life could not get any freaking weirder. So, profession, craftsman, right there. My defining skill is patch job. Was I so valor? Well, you know what, actually? I might think this is a bit of a meh situation, but it actually can come quite good. A skilled craftsman can patch a weapon or armor well enough to keep it working and keep it warrior and wielder in the fight. Whether that be by trying a bowstring back together, Oh, tying a bowstring back together. This, sharpening the edge of a broken blade or nailing a plate over a cracked shield. By taking a turn to roll patch job at a DC equivalent to the item's crafting DC -3, a craftsman can restore broken armor half its full SP, or restore a broken weapon or shield half its reliability. Until fixed at a forge, a patch weapon does half its normal damage. Right, that's a lot of things to consider. So I'm just going to take the last piece, which makes sense. I'm just going to put it into my character. Now, to make my life easier, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to patch up this part bye-bye. Did not expect that to happen. Never mind. Let's go ahead and just... That's a lot of text. Let's reduce the font size. That still won't cut it. Number 9. Concentrate. Okay. This is really not going to fit in. Yeah, it would seem like that, man. You know what? Control, transform. I'm just going to put it on the side of my character sheet right there. And there we go. That's my craftsman stuff. Alright, so here's what I'm thinking, right? Let's go back to our character's backstory. I grew up singing songs and performing plays. I worked backstage to help write songs and fix instruments. I was naturally good at fixing instruments, and as I grew older, I honed the skill. That's what I'm looking for. I honed the skill to do this also in battle, and I must have done such a good job that I was knighted for it. I'm recognized as a knight, but I am going to give myself a reputation of the Patcher. Hey, you're the knight, the Patcher, and people think that's my name, Patcher, but it's not. I don't know, I'm just making things as I go. So I'm not magical at all. My skills are in athletics. So we go back to the first frame. Professional ability, athletics, alchemy. Yeah, it's very important. I was a studious kind. Business, I need to haggle. Someone wants a cheap fixing. Not gonna cut it, buddy. Not with this guy. Crafting, like duh. Education, I was educated. What's that? Patcher is your hand. Yes. I would say that is the case for my character. And if you piss me off, if you really like, hey, I get even fine arts in this profession. That makes sense. To my backstory, at least. I'm telling you, man, sometimes just the way things fit in, I don't know if it's designed in a way that everything has a way of fitting in with one way or another, or if this is just, you know, just really spooky coincidences. So what I will do immediately is put into my name AKA Night Patcher. Night Patcher. There we go. That's the way the cookie crumbles. Why is that not? Oh, okay. We never gave him a name. Never gave him a name. You know what? In honor of you, I have the most common name. I am Ethan, the Night Patcher. You know, because you're the one viewing me today. Oh man, wife is going bonkers. Hold on, excuse-moi. What's going on? So, what's going on? Just hasn't been. Okay. Cool. Never mind. Not that important. Okay, so I am Ethan, the Night Patcher. And I am good at athletics, alchemy, business, crafting, education, endurance, fine arts, persuasion, physique, and streetwise. That's what I'm talking about, baby. And I have 50 crowns of components. So basically I get to spend that. Actually, I can just go ahead and copy the whole gear set. Go to my gear and just paste it in there, man. What I would like to do is I'd like to give it a bit more spacing. So there we go. That seems legit to me. And back to character creation. So, stats. Now, the way stats work is either the DM, depending on the campaign he's running, would say, hey, here's fixed stats for you. Knock yourself out, right? So, statistics quantify your character's inherited physical and mental abilities, how strong you are, how smart you are, and so on. Below are the 9 statistics or stats in the Witcher tabletop RPG. These stats tell you what your character was born good or bad at. Below, those are your derived stats. What's word? Why can't I pronounce it? These are more specific values, derived stats. There we go. Dyslexia, thank you. To your core stats. So what we're saying is we have our main stats. Let me just bring that in the character sheet really quickly. So the main stats is the intelligence, defense, and so forth. And this is made up mostly out of what I get here, right? So like, for example, just so people understand, something like my speed is how I normally walk, right? But running would be 3 times as that, and leaping would be 5 times less than my running. So it would be kind of like midway my speed. So if my speed is 5, I probably can jump 3 instead. So the way I like to do this is I like to roll for my stats. It says I get to re-roll 1s and 2s. So I just rolled d10s. I have to roll this, what is it, 9 times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so 9 times. Let's go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's a 2, there's a 1, there's a 2, and that's, what is it? Another 3 times. 1, 2, 3. That's another 2. And roll it again. There we go. That's our stats block right there. So the way we do it is we just go ahead and write it. So we have, just gonna put that here for quick reference. So we have 3. Oh, that's really small. Let's go. All right, let's center that a bit. Cool. So I'm gonna put this in order as I see them. So it's 3, 3. Not the wisest of choices, by the way. Usually you kind of want to assign these to be the most proficient you can. But the way I see it is we didn't really choose our paths and fate and stuff. So why should I choose the way my body's made, you know? I mean, the way I was born. So body 10, speaking of which. Speed 6, that's pretty good. I'm a decent traveler. Empathy 6. Now you would think, really? Empathy 6? I would say I would need it to haggle my way. My crafting skills is 6. Now this is where it kind of gets bonkers, because if you ask me, yeah, it's an interesting spread, I have to agree. Crafting, I would have really traded it out. Am I seeing this right? Am I having extra dice here? Oh yeah, I do have extra dice. Huh. Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Did I double something? Oh yes, I gave an extra 6. That's where I went wrong. So crafting is a 4. Really? Really? I'm knighted for this stuff? What? Okay, my will is 9. Yes, I would say my will is 9. And luck is 4. Whoop-de freaking do. And that's the way the cookie crumbles. Okay. So, vigor. Your vigor score, which is on a separate sheet altogether. So basically, not this one. This one, my vigor is 0. I don't know any rituals. I don't know any spells. So I can't cast anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and close that, because I'm never going to use it, because my vigor is 0. So let's go ahead and do the whole running thing. So my running is my speed, 6 times 3. So, you know what? I got way below average, bro. Way below average. 6 times 3 is 18. This morning, maths is not my forte. Thank you very much. So, 18. My leap is... my run division by 5. So we grab that and divide it by 5. And do I round it up or round it down? It never says. Seeing it's a 3.6, I would round it up. So that's a 4 leap. I think that is pretty decent. We missed stun completely. Your stun score represents how hard it is to stun you. When forced to make a stun save, you roll under this. See physical table. Okay, so I knew I had to kind of come back to it later. Alright, so. There we go. So my... how is this gonna go? Ugh. So, let's start with HP, I guess. So my body plus my will, so that's 10 and 9. That's a 19. Division by 2, rounded up, is 9. So HP is 45. Hey, I'm a tough cookie. So my HP is 45. My stamina is the same. And then when it comes to my stun, so actually let's go for wreck. That's a 9. And stun is so my recovery is 9 and my stun is 9. That's pretty. I'm a sturdy little thing. It is a 9. Yeah. So hand-to-hand table. My body is in the 10, so I can actually pack a punch. Right? I'm telling you, this is the weird part. So not only can I pierce through armor with my teeth, I can really pack a punch. So hand-to-hand table, it's a 1d. So where is it? So my punch is a 1d6 plus 4. Come on, 1d6 plus 4. You don't want to be punched. You know, I'm compact. I come in compact. Like, you don't mess with this guy. What is my kick? So 1d6 plus 8. What the fuck? I might not be good at using weapons. I'm good at mending them, but I got strong arms, strong legs. I train, you know, and I can pack a punch. You don't. Yes, exactly. You don't mess with this Werebbub. I can pierce your armor. It's like, alrighty. This is the way we roll, man. This is the way we roll. Already 1 hour into the stream. So now we look at our skills. So basically what we do here is we have 44 points. So you want to grab, actually what I'll do is calculator. Can you guys see that? Yes. So we start with 44 points and we start deducting from these 44 points to start leveling up. So when making your character, everything, the max it can ever cap at when you're giving out points, excluding the modifiers, is at a 6. I can be competent at something. So what we're gonna do here is, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I would say 11 in courage because it got unlocked on automatically due to my my perks. Is that 11? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I just. Am I reading this right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, alright. Pad job is a skill, isn't it? But it drives from... Oh, does that mean I have to actually level it up? You know what I realized? I'm missing encumbrance completely. How do I find out my encumbrance? Is it encumbrance? Yeah. ENC. Vigor, stun, run, leap, health point, stamina, encumbrance. Here it is. This is my body times 10. This is how much weight you can carry. Did you just say body times 10? 10 times 10? Just want to make sure I have that right. 100, boy. I'm telling you, I'm a sturdy little dude. Damn. Yes, my math this morning, not working, not computing, no calculator up here today. I'm just doing the stream and doing it for the streaming. Okay, so let's. What did you do? No. Calculator, come back. So we're with 40. No, come on, dude. 44 points. So automatically we have to give 1 to everything we have. Now what I wanted to actually check really quickly is if I go back to craftsman, it's a crafting skill. So I have crafting already. So automatically does that mean if my crafting automatically goes with my patch job, right? I'm guessing. I mean, there's no real rule how this goes along. So I'm guessing once my crafting is good, my patch job is kind of good immediately. I'm guessing. Or is that not necessary? Oh, no, you're right. Actually, yeah. If I'm crafting plus my crafting, and then together they make, yeah. Yep. That's a stat, not a skill. Fair enough. Okay. So let's give everything 1. So that's 1. I'm gonna count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So let's go ahead and minus fool, minus 11. And let's give everything 1. So where's my athletics? This is gonna be a pain in the ass because I have to say correcting everything every single time now. So athletics, alchemy, business, where is it? So crafting, once I'm done with this, I'll basically come up with the full conclusion of what my character has been through, what he's doing now. So yeah. So we were in education. I've never really found use to education per se. Well, I guess it's really how fast you can read stuff. I have to check it out. Fine arts, where are you, fine arts, you beautiful thing? I guess you would want to use fine arts so you can kind of create, not that, I mean, it's more for flavor than anything. Persuasion. To create like unique sigils and stuff on the armor. I guess that's where your fine arts come in. Physique. And streetwise. Streetwise. There you go. So that's what my character is looking at right now. Yeah, I would say the same, you know. So this at the 1, I can just kind of, okay, like I want this shade on my armor of like this sunset of red, you know. So it represents the blood draining from my enemies. I go like, right, so you just want to paint it red. Or in characters like, okay, so you want to paint it red. So I abuse myself too much. Alrighty. I can't be any further along. So the way we spend points is to maybe paint armor. Yeah, I found a farmhouse. Okay. You need a wingman in the voice. Actually, should we? Should we do this? Should I call you, good sir, and join me? So, I'm just gonna be RB really quick, and I'll be back. Actually, I was on mute. And no one heard shit.
This is a failed stream.
Yes, that's it. I quit my job. Bye.
Bye.
All right, so this is Ethan Skull Hunter. He was chatting on us on live stream. He joined me now. For those of you who are watching on YouTube, you can't see the chat. What he was saying, he was pretty much helping me out. That's what I was saying before I was talking in the mute. Um, so here we
Yep.
are once again. All right. So what we were doing is we were creating our character, and
You now need to distribute your points
I was
for.
needing to distribute my points. That's exactly what I need to do. And I have
Because you need to distribute. Yeah.
my calculator's up now. So I'm down to already 33 points. Nice.
Yeah.
So here's what I'm thinking, right?
Yeah.
I craft the fuck out of shit.
You do with your low craft stat.
With my very bad eyesight, apparently. Actually, I know if something's fixed if I listen to it. Like tick, tick, tick. Ah,
Yeah.
yep, that sounds about right.
That's fixed. That's what. Yeah. That's fixed. Okay. Let's move on. Um.
So let's
I mean,
let's let's be super good at crafting. I think
yeah.
let's reduce a point there to give it to
That's
crafting.
probably the best thing you should do is have a high craft or like a high craft or a high crafting skill. Like, because it's so weird. You have craft the stat and you have crafting the skill. That's
Yeah,
can
I would say I'm good at business and persuasion for haggling. So I'm just gonna go ahead and reduce those 2 points to just straight up give it into those things. So I'm gonna up my business and I'm gonna up my, where is this, persuasion.
okay. Not, yeah, fitting.
They kind of go together.
Mm-hmm.
So just for flavor of a backstory, I'd say I give a 1 to courage.
Well, can you increase courage? You can't increase courage.
Well, it's been unlocked, so I technically can because of my race.
Well, as far as I remember, well, I could be wrong on this, of course. You know this is probably more than me. The 11 skills you have, those are for your job skills. If I'm correct.
So I'm just +1 courageous and that's it. I just have.
Well, you can increase it through your pickup skills,
Huh, okay.
right?
Sure.
Because your first 11 skills will come from your profession skill package and defining skill. For these 11 skills, you will have 44 points split between them. You must still at least 1 point, blah, blah. Yeah, so the first 11 skills are the 41st point, you're spending them into your skill package of your job and your, yeah, that. So the courage is a pickup skill.
Which is not included.
It's not included. That's a different, like, yeah. As far as I'm correct, that's like at least what I read from that.
Fair enough. No. I mean, if you think, I'm gonna assume that you're taking the position of like the dungeon master and game master. So it's like, oh dear GM, what will you allow? I think by
Yeah,
rules sake, I think you're right though, according to the description of the core rule book. So yeah,
yeah,
let's kind of stick to that.
yeah. I think it's best to stick with that. Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna I think I'm gonna up everything that I have in 2.
Hmm.
So that's 2, 4, 6.
I
Some
mean, if you, yeah, I mean, you can legit like distribute like 11 to all of them, and it would be like,
Yeah, but
yeah,
I said this yesterday. Um, I don't. I usually do like to keep everything balanced,
but some skills need more points than
but
the others.
yes, some of them are just like, listen, you gotta pack a punch. You gotta throw you know, some points into one of them more than the other. All right,
I
so
do
now
agree
it's
with you.
3, 6, 9. You know what? Let's go ahead. Let's really up those skills. So that's another 9 to spend.
Yeah, I'd probably suggest highly that maybe crafting you put at actual 6, so you're not shit at craft. I know this is a dummy character basically, but that I think we need that crafting skill higher because of that low craft.
What the hell am I doing? I'm giving everything 9. Like,
Yeah.
no, that's not the way that works. There we go.
I 9 business. Ooh.
I wish. No, there we go. We corrected that. Ah, super Photoshop. Remove layer, delete layer.
Photoshop.
Yeah, I'm using Photoshop to do this, yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I had the
Fillable sheet.
one that you can actually edit.
Yeah, it's a fillable character sheet.
Yeah.
I think actually I have it.
So let's go ahead and put 4 points into. Sorry. Let's go ahead and crafting goes up to 5. Shall we bump it up all the way to 6?
Yeah, I would say so.
Alrighty.
I think you are. I mean, imagine you're probably going for the crafting route, because then it depends what kind of route you go as a craftsman, right?
Yeah.
Then there's like, I think there's like armor, weapon, and then alchemy. Are the 3 usual routes?
Sounds about right. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to use all my last 5 points. I'm gonna fill up my 1s into 2s.
Okay.
And we will be pretty much done.
With the packed stuff, and don't forget pat job. To put a number next to pat job, so you remember how good that is.
2. So that's 1, 2, 3. 4 and 5. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. We have our character sheet pretty much close to completion. So
yeah,
what?
You know, pickup skills.
So the skill resolution. Where the hell do you find pickup skills?
It's next to like the first chapter of like the skills where its skill starts. So it's like where you just up above.
So we go skills.
Skills. It's right where you get your skill points, like where it tells you like you get these skill packages and all that. So right, I think it's like the last few sentences.
Pick up skills beyond your profession that you learned over time based on what you do and who you are. You choose as many as you like from the list below. You may not raise your profession skills or buy skills from your skill tree and pick up skill points. You have a number of skill points for pickups, skill equal to your intelligence statistics plus your reflex statistics.
A lot.
What the? From my what and what? From my
Your
int and
intelligence.
intelligence and reflex. That's not much. That's 6.
That's a lot. No, it's 6. You don't have a lot of pickup skills. You're too busy crafting the Elder Lands or like the other kingdoms.
I want to. So those are 6 points, right? That I get to just kind of put anywhere.
Anywhere except for the job stuff. So you can put stuff in your courage now if you want. And yeah.
I say I'm gonna put 1. I mean, I need dodge and escape. That's for sure. I need at least a 1 in there.
Yeah.
So that's 1. I would say I'm good at brawling.
Yeah.
because you know I can really kick a punch. So we're down to 4 points. Let's say I'm good at using small blades too.
Okay. You know how to cut someone with a dagger or a short sword?
Yeah.
Whatever the equivalent of that. I know The Witcher has like weird names for their, not weird, like some names for their swords instead. Cool.
So let's go ahead and reduce. So I'm down to 4 points. I'm reducing them to 2, so I'm a bit better at brawling and a bit better at dodge, escape. Okay, which leaves me with another 2 points. See, I missed this completely yesterday when creating my my elf character.
Yeah.
Completely missed it.
Oof. Well, now you can go back to the elf character and remake a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think also we might have made another mistake actually. Oh yeah, we did.
Which is?
Difficult skills. Some skills require more points to spend on.
Did I actually have anything difficult skills?
Crafting
Was 2 points more. So crafting and alchemy. All right. We got to fix that. So
every point in crafting, it's like 12 points.
No, I didn't spend 12 points, did I? 1, 2.
Nope.
That's 3, 4. So you just need to divide it by 2, basically, yeah? There we go.
So.
And alchemy would have still stayed the same.
It'll be 1 point instead, because alchemy is still a difficult skill.
So I automatically, okay, yeah, because I needed to spend 2 anyways.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So I have 1 more point left to spend in this thing. I would say I know Elder Speech because I'm from the Elder part of town. Part of the world, at least. Okay, there we go. This is the way you salvage a character.
Wait, no, you can't even do Elder Speech also. It's a language. Oh no.
You're kidding. Oh, for fuck's sake. Come on.
Yes, difficult skill there. If you look at the book, basically anything with so for people who are looking at the book, anything with like brackets 2 means you spend 2 points to get a skill because they're harder to learn. Language is much harder to learn than anything else. Same with crafting and alchemy. So generally you need to spend more points to get them. Do actually, I think with Elder Speech, because you come from the Elderlands, right? Don't you get a bonus, an auto bonus because?
Unfortunately, it doesn't say because of the race thing.
Because it's a home language.
Yeah.
Look at home language.
There isn't anything about that, unfortunately. You know what? Is intimidation okay?
We'll look it up later.
Intimidation is okay. Yes, I can put it in intimidation. I want to be intimidating.
Yeah, it makes sense. You're a bloodthirsty craftsman.
I'm out for blood. Where is that childhood friend who cursed my family and took it too far? I'll get you.
This gotta be like the most interesting revenge character we've made. Or you've
Beautiful.
made.
Just
Yeah.
beautiful. Alright, so skill. So leveling
I
up,
think
we don't need that.
Yeah.
Reputation is I'm already known.
Yeah.
Ooh, you know what I need to do?
Hmm.
I need to know where I got knighted.
True. And that's
So
from like
we go into life path. This is the way
Yeah.
I'm gonna resolve it. Yeah, Ryan, like you should really go ahead and do that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll a d6 odds and even. All right, should I roll a d10? No, let's roll a d10. Odds Northern Kingdom, even is Nilfgaard.
Yeah, because I don't think Elderlands they
They
really
don't
get
they
nice.
don't really get knighted there.
They don't really like people, yeah. So just yeah, D10. I think D10 is good. That's the usual die for
Odds,
this.
the Northern Kingdom. I
Northern
got
King
yeah.
makes sense. I think it makes most sense. Maybe. So now D10 on the region.
Is there any regions? Oh yeah. Northern region.
The origin there. You know, I think we can use that as the land.
Redania.
Ooh. Dania. Interesting.
So we go into. That's really weird. So what was it? I was knighted in Redania.
Which, for people who don't know, Redania is, at least currently in the war, they have witch hunts. So, maybe it was in the past, but it was. When did you get knighted? In your 50s. So this was probably before the war.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it depends which era I'm in. So
True. That is true. I mean, core. I think Witcher 3. Witcher 3. What the fuck? Witcher core. I think it's set like right as the war has started. The third war. But every GM is different.
actually, you can pretty much choose as a GM where you started off. It gives you, I think, a few options.
Okay. But anyway, moving on.
So, where do we go from here? Gear, I guess. So we always get like the basic traveling stuff.
Yeah. I believe you get the basic stuff, and then whatever your craftsman gives you, you get to choose
Yeah.
like some starting stuff.
What are you doing? What are you doing, Photoshop? No. Don't you dare.
I thought I heard SpongeBob. Sorry.
Alright, let's just go ahead and put that in there. A satchel, a bedroll, a lantern, foods for a week or so, a dagger, a flint of steel, 20-meter rope, just in case, a weapon of some kind. Cool. Now, as a craftsman, I get to roll 2d6s. 1, 2. And the total is 9. 9 times 120. So 9 times 120. That's 1,080 crowns, baby.
You are a rich man.
I mean,
Or sorry.
I
mean, that's a lot, right?
I craft. Yes,
Yeah.
it is. I mean, money can go quite fast in this game. The minute you kind of stop as a merchant, you know, it's just like, take my money! And I get an additional 50 crowns, but I have to spend them in components. No.
Well, you first get to choose, for the craftsman, you get to choose like 5, right? They could choose like 5 options or 6 options for like your starting gear, correct? Or am I wrong on that?
50 crowns of components. 50 crowns of components. It's very... where the hell is the component stuff? Uh, do I get a dagger? Did I see? Yes, I get a dagger. So a dagger, I might as well just put in dagger into my backup weapons.
Yeah. Yeah. You pick 5.
So that's slashing or piercing damage. Nice.
Hmm.
So let's put
A
that.
good weapon for sneaky dealings.
Indeed, indeed. And that's a 1d6 plus 2. Let's add that to the back of it. We have to make the text a bit oh, come on. We have to make, I know I get these random moments. So, smaller.
Make the text smaller.
Let me rob you like I robbed the prince. I would like to see you try, good sir. So, is that actually...
Even though they have crap stats.
I mean, the base stuff, the premium character sheets are not that bad.
Yeah.
So, reliability, is that 10? Yes, 10. Reliability is 10. I'm still looking at the dagger. Hands 1. So I don't get any RNG with it. Its weight is it 0.5? Yeah, it's 0.5. Encumbrance, nothing. It weighs nothing, man. And no encumbrance at least, because it's like 0.
Just small. Yeah.
0.5. It really doesn't take that much.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's my makes you drunk and tricks you again. I mean, the thing is this: I'm a werebub, and I don't think werebubs really drink. I don't think I had the pleasure, but then again, I was in a tavern, so I don't know if I'll be just sipping on my like my water or something.
Yeah, I mean, we don't really know. I've never heard of a Werebbub in the Witcher books or in the games. So this is probably like maybe Artelsians, like one of their weird races they create, or maybe who knows, the Autobots.
Could be.
So it could be, but outside of that, I mean, there is nothing that says that Werebbubs can't drink.
Or they can't.
Yeah.
So armor, we have nothing on us. Elderfolk armory, nothing.
Unless you want to buy it with money.
Yeah. 50 crowns of components. Where the freak is my components? I think it would be in the crafting, no?
Yeah, I think it would be crafting.
Crafting components. There we are. Dude, this stuff is cheap. The thing is this, what can I craft? I don't have actual diagrams, do I?
Well,
No,
well, no, you need, well, do you need diagrams? I think you probably need diagrams.
Yeah, you do, if you want to kind of...
Weird, does your craftsman tell you, like, you need to buy diagrams then, in that case? Unless you're, if you choose crafting tools, unless, like, maybe you start off with some of them, I do not know. Yeah, then we have the right diagram, then we have the ingredients. Yeah, you probably need to buy diagrams then if you need to make stuff. Probably for craftsmen, again, it's either you either go with alchemy. I think it's crafting tools or alchemy is what you would use. I don't know about merchant tools.
So linen, thread, leather, wax, timber, resin, cowhides.
So if I was a game master, I'd probably ask you, so what kind of craftsman do you want to go? What do you craft?
I mean, I mend weapons and armor, right? So
Yeah.
These are the novice diagrams that I can. Crafting DC 14. Can I actually do better than that? What is my crafting?
So crafting. So what are your craft skill plus your craft stat? So that's 7 currently. So on a D10,
So my crafting, which is 3, plus my crafting set, so that's a 7. So,
I mean you can't do it. It's just woo, you need to roll lucky.
I mean, I can do the basic. Okay, I can do the basic stuff. I can actually create ingredients. That's the thing. Okay, let's have a look at timber, iron, and feathers. Look, seem to be the main thing. Timber. Where the hell? Here we are. Crafting materials. So timber. I don't see any iron.
I think iron is an ignot.
Regardless, it's not in this list. Not that I can see, at least. Feathers are here. Okay, so probably that's what I would usually spend the things on. I'm gonna skip this part completely because you
It's a
kind of
lot of work.
it's more maths than I actually signed up
Yeah.
for. So what's
Yeah, I think it's basically for the viewers. If you're a craftsman, you're gonna be doing your one of your job is crafting stuff, and it's gonna be a lot of stuff. It's a lot.
too much?
Yeah.
But this is the fun part. I mean, you pretty much are support in your own respect.
Yeah, you're a support person. Instead of healing, you just make their weapons better. Compared to like other systems, like other game systems, crafting is sort of odd, or it's not really there, simplistic. Witcher makes it a little bit more complex,
But
but
it
good.
feels good because I mean, how I mean, we don't need to go into the discussion of like how other systems don't really use
Yeah,
this. I mean, when you look around and you find these random objects, you don't really use them unless they have a purpose,
yeah,
per se. But actually, in The Witcher, you might want to find these items. You might want to actually craft and you want to trade.
yeah.
So if you have someone who is an alchemist and you found a bunch of alchemy stuff, you just sell all that, get the gold, and pretty much buy the stuff that you need from crafts shop or whatever. So
Yeah.
that's cool.
I don't. Yeah, it is important. It, yeah, Witcher basically gets the idea of look, resources are useful, man. Just like the video games. In Witcher 3, if you want to make something, you want to make a potion, you gotta find the materials for it. And some of those potions are very strong.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. Rob as much as you can. Yeah, I mean, if the opportunity, ow, what the fuck came into my eye? If the opportunity presents itself, I guess yes. Like loot whatever the hell you can out of a place to get what you need. Just
but yeah,
avoid robbing a person.
yeah,
That's my
yeah,
2 cents of everything.
yeah. With Witcher, like it's like in the Witcher. If you catch Rob, your sentence is high.
Hi, bye.
Yeah, sometimes leads to death.
That's more Skyrim, no?
To Rob?
It was mostly Skyrim, I think, that was that deadly.
Oh
Or
yeah, the
no,
Skyrim.
no, actually you're right. No, I remember robbing in front of one of the Nilfgaardians and they were just like immediately the symbol of deadly appears on them. It's like, oh, run.
Yeah, you don't rob in Witcher 3. Don't. You got enough resources around to like get money. It's like in the starting game, hard. It's hard, but later on you'll be fine. Anyway, that's Witcher 3. Anyway, moving on.
Pretty much.
I'm going to get lost in this tangent of.
So here I am. I am a male Werebbub known as Ethan, also known as the Night Patcher. Um, my story is, let's find it. Both my parents were cursed and died because of this. Um, and we haven't decided on the curse, so
Oh,
that's something that we need to definitely fix into our backstory.
yeah. What is this curse?
For fuck's sake, we're gonna have to
Because
look for curses. Sorry.
here was my original idea of like, because you have no siblings, right?
No.
Somehow, maybe you have like maybe your family got like a fertility curse, maybe that could be one, but it's not as painful. Maybe that could be one.
So these are hexes. Places of power, learning magic. Is there no curse in this book? I'm sure there is. There has to
It's
be.
probably the Game Master's Guide. I imagine curses. Here it is. Known curses. Yeah, it's in page 231 or 330. It's in like the Game Master section.
There is curses. No curses. The monstrous curse, the haunting, the curse of pestilence, the curse of the wanderer, and lycanthropy. I don't think we want that.
Yeah.
So the curse of the wanderer is one of the most vicious curses, though it doesn't hurt the subject. It strips away even the most loyal friend, relative, companion. Slowly, the people around the subject push him away. Okay, no, that doesn't sound.
Yeah,
The
that's
curse
not
of
it.
pestilence makes the subject carry for a dangerous disease. While they are unaffected by the disease, they spread it. No. Haunting, they can curse an area. No. Monsters curse, people see them. No. Which means we need to. How do we create a druid of a. What? I never understood your abbreviation of NGL. Do you know what that is?
I know what it is. I won't mention here on chat.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
Yep. I'll probably.
Okay.
I'll have to
It's one
look
of
up.
those slangs that
It
is
could be. It could be. I'm
frowned
quickly
upon.
gonna check the meaning
Okay.
because I could be wrong. I could be fucking wrong. Ah, not gonna lie. That's what he says.
Not gonna lie. Okay. You scared me for a second there, bro.
Yeah. There was another word that came. I was like, oh no, not that one. My bad.
I hope you eventually create a druid of an.
Uncrite. That's the Skellige.
Okay. Well, with the Tome of Chaos now out, that is possible. Because they do have druids and quite extensive druid history and stuff like that. So I'm still looking for curses though. A binding cause. That's not it. Do we have an index page? Yes, we do. ABC. They don't have curses? You're kidding me.
No. Well, looks like we have to make our own curse then, maybe.
Hex. You would think they took it an extra mile with this book. I'm just really skimming through all the articles. Because the problem
Yeah.
is it has like the major chapter and that's then stuff underneath. So monsters, rituals, spells, priests. No. No curses here. So
Shame on me and my next tree. I'll be fine.
making curses. When making curse, just use your imagination. Curses can do everything from transmuting people to animating entire monsters. If you need some ideas, pyramid curses. Curse should never be random. Curses are poetic justice. Yes.
What's a good? This is the hard part. What's a good curse for this character who went? Ooh, oh. What if maybe the reason he's bloodthirsty is because of the curse?
Hmm. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna use the Curse of the Wanderer. Because in the end, people conspire to kill them, and it's of high intensity.
Yeah, makes sense.
So, at this point, I would say. So, uh, so let's fix this up. So my parents were cursed with the curse of the wanderer. And this is why I suffer from anxiety, because I start thinking that this is my curse too. So this is my life now. So it's pity that's like my acquaintance with the Duke in the tavern back in the Elderlands like didn't really do much for me.
Yeah, or maybe, but well, did we say the curse maybe affects you now, or maybe you think you're cursed?
I would say I think I'm cursed. I would assume it.
Yeah.
So my own paranoia is self-inflicting this whole problem now.
There you go. You have an interesting character there. He's probably not cursed, but he thinks he's cursed. And that's why people in the '60s called him like he's a witchcraft or whatever.
Yeah.
And there we go.
Don, stop stealing my whole personality. I didn't know your parents were cursed, Ryan. Sounds like you need help from, a priest or a mage of some sort to help you out there.
Yeah.
And everything is self-inflicted, boy. Not good.
Yeah.
Alrighty, there's our Witcher character creation for today. That is definitely one hell of a character. If I do say so myself, something to remember myself by. Up until next time, to create another Witcher character. Adios, see you, bye bye.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm just closing everything down now. Bye!